it may be belated, but this look into the crazy Russians' crazy laboratory is going to be for one of our craziest systems yet. This is the Vesta 6350 OC, and you guys have actually seen this system already before in the 2012 PC lineup, as well as, if you were looking very closely, in the new Vancouver store preview that where I showed you our cool NCIX PC setup. However, we wanted to do a dedicated video that's sort of about this system, but it's also about our pre-overclocked systems in general. So for this one, okay, let's go through the overall specs really quickly here. So it has a 2600K. It's got an Asus like the Thunder God. Asus P8Z68V Pro Gen 3, so that is PCI Express Gen 3 ready, assuming you put in a different CPU later. But the point is just in this Asus motherboard. It's good for overclocking, all that good stuff. We've got an H80 for liquid cooling. We've got 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance memory, as well as a Corsair 750 watt power supply, so it's kind of a best of the best premium brands machine, but stability is very, very important. So it is pre-overclocked to 4 gigahertz, but with the M4 SSD, M4s are renowned for stability, the Asus motherboard, the Corsair power supply, and our validation process, we are still comfortable taking this overclocked system and giving it a full 1-year warranty. So we've had a lot of customers ask us, well, you know, why don't you just do pre-overclocking on all the systems? And the reason is because we lock down the components to something we know is stable. Changing something as simple as the SSD, maybe it doesn't like that particular controller, maybe it doesn't like that particular board. Changing the RAM, changing the cooler can cause what is a validated and tested overclock. So you can see the lab here. We've got all of this running for a minimum of 48 hours before we consider something validated. And then we take that as a worst case scenario. So we do try a couple of different chips to make sure that we're not going to run into any difficulties. Changing one component can cause a validated overclock to be completely unstable. So that is something that we try to be very aware of, and due to the, or based on the non-existent RMA rates on our pre-overclocked systems, I would say that we're achieving that. So if you guys are wondering why we only do a few pre-overclocked systems, that is why. We need to make sure that they're going to be as stable in the field as they are in our lab, and vice versa. Also, what's the point? Oh, the Russian wrote this, so I have to read it out. This is on my little scripty thing here, okay? So, besides, what's the point of having more FPS is your system crashes during an intense moment and you end up letting your team down? Crazy Russian learned the hard way years ago at a Counter-Strike tournament.
It's been a long day, man, come on.
So anyway, where was I going with that? The case is the 600D Special Edition White, and then the video card for this particular system, you can choose either a 6970 or a GTX 570, and it's actually in, check this out, this is our most recent flyer that if you live in BC or Ontario, you might have even gotten. I think it looks baller.
I think it looks fly.
Yeah, fly. No, because if you're crazy, you think you can fly?
No, if you're cool, you would know what it means.
Oh. Alright, well thank you for checking out our little look at the this particular PC in the crazy laboratory. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos about PCs and components and all that good stuff, just like this one. Oh, and the Russian wants to show us. Okay. So, here, no, that's not the right one, is it? You're going to turn it off so we can see how
This is a little trick that actually puts more strain on the system.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah, something that I actually learned from one of our NCIX PC Facebook regulars.
So very validated and running at only 60 degrees with the H80 cooler strapped onto the back.